Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will discuss about the new topic regarding the to migrating the MySQL database from the on-premise to the Google Cloud SQL. So so first of all, we have to simulate the MySQL databases, like we have to enable the compute engine. If it is not enabled, then we have to deploy the new VM with the CentOS 7, but you can take any one of them like the Ubuntu or Red Hat. And then we have to download the MySQL repo and we have to install the required package for the MySQL. Then we have to create the DB and the tables, and we have to provide the required privilege to the user because we have to integrate this MySQL. Okay, so while migrating the data, and after that in order to end CDC, like the change data capture, we have to update, we have to configure the etc like a mic on file. Okay, we have to take the backup, then we have to add these parameters, and once added this parameter, we have to restart the MySQL service in order to effect the changes. And after that, we have to create the database and the tables. Like for the demo, like I'm taking the DB name is as a books, and after that I will create one the table, that the table name would be authors, and I will insert some data, the sample data inside the table. And these two commands, like to grant the privilege, actually for communicating the my database, the MySQL, we have to provide this privilege to this user. Okay, and in the on the step 2, we have to create one of the we have to go cloud console, and we have to follow the MySQL migration steps. Like we have to create the source as local MySQL, and while creating the job, we have to provide the destination like cloud SQL, and it will create the new instance, I mean the new cloud SQL. Okay, and after that we have to connect with the MySQL workbench, and we have to validate whether the data has been migrated or not, then we can confirm. Okay, so this is the step we have to follow. So here we go, let's create one of the instance first. So here I'm taking the instance name as local MySQL, but you can define your name as per your convenient. Okay, and here I'm taking the region as the US Central, but you can change it according to your requirement. And the configurations, like you can say we have the general one, compute one. Okay, also you can customize the memory and the CPU. So here I'm taking the default one, and we don't have the container, like we don't have the container is the OS. So here I will take the OS like the CentOS 7. If you want to change like Ubuntu or any other OS, you can change it. Okay, I'm taking CentOS 7 here. And the identity API access, the by default, like it allow the default access, so we can keep as it is. And I don't think firewall is required for HTTP and HTTPS because we are not creating any web services. Okay, so let me create it. So it will take another 2 minutes, I mean the 1 minute to up the instance. Yeah, the instance has been ready. Okay, so let me connect to the instance. It is not connecting. It seems the firewall may be not allowed. Let me check again. I think I have to allow the port. Okay, so I went to the instance. Let me click on the default network. Here I have to create the firewall rule. Okay, generally to communicate to the SSH, we have to allow the port number 22, but as we are doing for the demo, let me allow all the port. Okay, so let me take an example, the rule, the firewall rule name, like premise fire rule or firewall. Okay, let's keep as it is default. On the target, we can select all instance in the network, in the default network. Okay, and the source IP, let's take like 0.0.0/0 to allow all. And the port number, I'm selecting allow all, but if you want to allow for any specific port, TCP or UDP, you can do that. But as you are doing for the demos, I'm allow for all the ports. So let me retry to connect that VM, whether it is connecting or not. Let me double check. Okay, because as you allowed the port, it should connect now. So you can see I have connected to this VM instance. So let me switch to root user because we have to install the MySQL. Okay, let me download this RPM package first. I think wget is not here. Let me install the wget package. So wget has been installed. So let me download that required RPM. Okay, so nothing worry about this step. I on the video I'll note down all these steps so they can just copy those commands and you can paste it, and you can use it accordingly. So though I install the RPM, I'm going to install the MySQL Server package here. And once install the MySQL, then we have to start the MySQL service. So the MySQL Server package has been installed. Let me start the service here. Get started. Okay, but before connecting the MySQL or updating the changes, let me do the secure installation. Let me enter the password like abc at the rate of 123. Okay, and after that, like whatever the default parameter like available, just you can show that you have just enter. Okay, let me take the backup of the my.cnf file before changing some of the parameter in order to enable the cdc, like the change data capture. Yeah, I added those parameter. I'm just doing here because if while migrating, if you insert any new data inside the source, like in the MySQL local, so it can be apply or it can be migrate to the our like the cloud SQL. So that's the reason I'm enabling the doing these CDC things, like I'm enabling these things inside the my.cnf file. So now I have to log into the MySQL, and I have to create this DB and tables, and after that I have to provide this privilege to the MySQL, I mean to the root user. Okay, so let me log into the MySQL root user. I just copy all those commands to create the DB tables and to provide the privilege to access from the root user. Okay, so you can see those commands are I executed successfully. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we can meet in the next session. Thank you guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Here I'm just validating using the IP, so that we have to make sure the validity we are able to connect to through the like the IP address from the outside. Okay. Thank you guys.